Hello and welcome to Talk Time Anime. My name is Luca and I'm joined by Emon
Hello.
and Lewis.
Hello.
Today we're going to be reviewing chapter 288 of My Hero Academia. So last week we ended with Toga, thinking to herself if Twice's death was justified, basically.
Yeah.
And it seemed like she was quite conflicted about the whole situation.
Yeah, she's trying to also understand, like, heroes are these so-called people that are meant to protect others. And, like, why did
Yeah.
Twice die in that sense, I guess? That's a conflicting thing.
Yeah. And this week it actually started completely unexpectedly.
Yeah.
We were on a plane with a pilot and a mysterious figure.
Yep.
What?
Most of the
Mysterious.
fan base has already determined that this is like 99%
It has to be him.
best genius.
Yeah. It
Has to be him.
Yeah, no,
Because
yeah.
Man's been out of it for so long. This is
So
like
long,
his
yeah.
time to shine.
Yeah. Like from just the way he was talking, like his whole character, it
The
just
demeanor,
felt
yeah.
like best genius.
Yeah.
And then from my perspective as well, having read Vigilantes, there's an image of the cargo in that plane that is very familiar to me.
Okay.
And a madness is about to happen. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, so
He's
you
gonna
think...
stop Gigantomachia.
I mean, at this point, he's the strongest one that's left, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Like,
it.
if anyone's got,
This is what I was saying.
Hmm.
Ever since Giganto went on that rampage, it's felt like it had to be best genius. He's the only one left. And
Yeah,
I never
mean...
believed Hawks actually killed him.
Killed him.
Like,
No, neither did
No,
I.
I
I've
don't
never
think Hawk's
believed
that kind of person.
Well, he was
He's
alive
like...
in the bag, wasn't he?
Yeah.
When he was at the meeting.
I don't
Was he
know
not alive
I
if.
don't
in the
even
bag?
think he was.
No,
in
I
it.
think
don't
I think it was just a person that looked like
I don't
him.
think it was actually him.
Yeah.
That's gonna be very sadistic
Okay.
if it was.
That'd be crazy.
I don't know. No, but I think like again, like with Best Genius though, like this is his time to shine because in the anime, he's not had that moment either. So it's kind of like we want to see something.
Exactly. I'm gonna fully cry when he reunites with Bakugo.
Oh yeah,
Be
that'll...
prepared for that.
You know what? I'd just love to see him to do that Bakugo hairstyle again. Just flatten it out. No,
At
but it'd be
least
cool to
look
see him.
good
Like
when you're
if they
dying.
do end up fight, like I mean, obviously right now, it's not really the current situation with Bakugo ain't exactly quite healthy for him, is it?
No,
No.
not at all.
But yeah. Then what was it? Then we go back to the villains.
Yeah, so Gigantomachia is just rampaging through the city. They're all still on his back.
Yeah, and you had like you have some fodder heroes.
Feel good. The Feel Good Inc. or whatever. Isn't he on like the CCTV, isn't he? He's on,
Yeah.
he's
his name
identifying that there's all the heroes coming.
Yeah.
His name is Skeptic. I couldn't remember his name last week, but I googled it. It's Skeptic.
Do you know what I found funny? Darby's like the most interested one as well. Just to see everyone's locations.
One of the best things about this arc is just Darby's smile throughout.
Honestly, I love Darby.
Throughout,
like, so
it's so good.
Like he doesn't give a shit what's happening.
He
He's
just
like,
loves killing.
Yeah.
He's having the time of his life.
Bro, I mean, like even the way he took down Hawks as well, like that shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was playing with him, like
literally. The fact that he even revealed himself to him.
He was confident he was going to kill him.
But obviously he didn't expect Tokyo to come out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or else he would have been dead.
Thinking about that.
Okay,
Thinking about that whole interaction with Hawks and Dabby.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see whether Hawks looks at Endeavour differently now. Whether that's true. Whether if there's any interaction between Hawks and Endeavour about that.
Well, the theory is that Hawks because like Hawks was part of that government program, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think the theory is that the theory is that Darby was also a part of that. So I don't think Hawks would have any vendetta against Endeavour for it.
I don't. The thing is, I think even like everyone knows, like Endeavour's a changed person now as well.
Yeah.
I don't think like. I mean, to be fair, I mean Hawks liked Endeavour for what he was before, anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
He idolized him as a kid, didn't he?
exactly, because he saw
Yeah.
Endeavor was the only one that was actually trying to challenge All Might for that spot. Like
Mm.
everyone else literally left it to him. But like even like that scene when he was like picking up the little rubble, wasn't he? Or whatever.
Mm.
That was quite
And I think
impactful.
Hawks even has a flashback where he reveals that Endeavor saved him once
Yeah.
as a child.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
it.
So, yeah, I don't think Hawks is the guy we have to worry about switching sides in this situation.
No,
I
I
think
don't.
it's just
I
the
don't
No,
think.
I
it's
know.
general
I
public.
didn't mean switching
No,
sides.
no.
I just meant like it'll be interesting to see whether there's an interaction
Yeah,
between them
You're
two.
talking
Whether
about whether he's like
Hawks
gonna
actually
be
knew about it
pissed.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, to be honest, the
I-
stuff Hawk's done being a double agent anyway, I'm sure is like.
Yeah.
I think he's done.
That's what I'm saying.
worse, probably.
He probably would understand the
The
most.
thing is, with the
Maybe
whole Darby
what it's
situation,
like.
Endeavor didn't actually go out to kill him, did he?
No,
It's just
sounds like he just
there
treated him like
there's
all the
something
rest of his
that
kids.
yeah,
did.
like whatever the big incident was, we don't know. Like how it
Yeah,
happened.
and you'd
how it led up to
assume
that.
you'd assume Hawks. Well, I would assume anyway that Hawks already knows
Hmm.
the cause of Darby's disappearance.
Yeah,
You know,
Mm.
if they were together in training.
would you? I don't know. Depending on the scenario right now, I don't know how it would go. But like, would you even think like Hawks would reveal it to Endeavor at this point?
I think
Yeah, because I don't even
like-
know if Endeavor knows that he's still
That's what I
alive.
mean. I don't think Endeavor's aware. Like
Yeah,
no, I think Hawks would have to tell him.
Hawks
Yeah.
would have to.
Yeah,
tell him,
Unless
but
that's
then
my
again,
this is my whole thing is
he
that
reveals it
that
himself.
Hawks knowing.
But then again,
He's
they
been- might
could still
change the
end up
whole
interacting with each other even
situation.
before Hawks gets a chance to talk to Endeavor because obviously they're all
True.
injured, aren't they?
Hawks
So we
is,
don't even know how long he's out for. So it's just timing. But anyway, let's go back to the villains.
Yeah,
Yes, so Toga sees
Mm.
Uraraka on Skeptic's
Yeah, and absolutely,
live feed of the city.
Yeah.
And she starts heading down, and we get a really nice moment with Spinner
Did not
acting
did not
as like
expect
a leader almost.
yeah, he was.
this.
yeah,
He pulled off
You
a
know,
talk
in
no
Shigaraki's
jutsu,
absence.
but like
And he's
he,
like,
he
did feel like Shige's number 2.
The
Go
thing
on,
is,
man.
like one thing I do appreciate is the fact that they found a place where they belong. Like
Yeah,
they could be
Yeah.
villains, they could be evil, but like they, that sense of they look out for each other is there.
yeah,
Yeah, to each other, they're all
Like,
people. you
I've
know?
like
Yeah.
I've like pretty much all animes I've seen. This is probably like the best core group of villains I've seen. Like that, they aren't. I mean, obviously some still have their own selfish ambitions, but obviously now looking at it,
they're
lot of them
actually a
are-
team, isn't
yeah, they are, and they do look up to Shigaraki now as well.
it? Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's true. Like major groups that I know, if you look at like the Akatsuki or the
Yeah.
Espada and stuff like that, they
They-
weren't. They were all
They're
all
all individuals doing their own thing,
visuals.
kind
They
of
just
thing.
wanted. They just loved fighting.
Yeah.
They loved
Like,
doing their
I
own
love their
thing.
cut.
like-
You know me, like with Naruto especially. I love their cuts.
Yeah.
Like, they're up there. But like as a group, or even for you, Luca, like like the Phantom trope from like Hunter x Hunter, they were like all
Yeah.
individuals out for their own thing. They weren't really a team in that sense.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yes, but yeah, that talk no jutsu to Toga and making sure she comes back to them as well. That was cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
Very sweet.
didn't-
Spinner's become a very good character.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He needs his moment, isn't it? Kind of thing.
I mean, it's been coming, as I just said to you guys earlier, like, the whole villain arc was told
Yeah,
from his
from his
perspective.
perspective,
So
Yeah.
this is a good follow-up from that,
Yeah, definitely.
It keeps him consistent. And then past this, it starts to move pretty quickly. We see Uraka and Froppy evacuating as many citizens as they can.
Yep.
Uraka gets
She gets
lured into an alley by an old lady asking
Yeah.
for help.
Yep. Yeah, the old lady was moving mad. Like
Mad quick. Rapid.
Bit
She
sus.
tells Froppy to go on ahead, and
Yeah.
she follows the old lady.
Yeah.
And inevitably, the old lady
Dun, dun,
reveals
dun.
herself to be Toga in disguise.
Yeah. And this
And
is
he-
getting memed heavily on Twitter, by the way.
Yeah, very heavily.
But
People had coloured.
That's
that
why I've
panel,
seen the
like
coloured
5
panels.
minutes
People
after
are just
release.
like- but in the anime, they're gonna give her like the bodysuit, aren't they? That's
yeah,
what they
that
did.
grey
Yeah,
like
I don't know, like
fade
a
out
latex
thing.
thing,
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah, like, but yeah, cover
yeah,
up
yeah.
essentially the equivalent. But yeah, that was mad. Like, I mean, it's obvious like it's the way she fell for the bait as well.
Yeah. It's just so it's typical Toga to come out of an alleyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you should have been questioning it
Um,
the moment that old lady was moving that fast. Like,
yeah. They go into this abandoned house, and this is where you know it really gets
shit gets
debatable now.
real. Yeah.
Heated.
Yeah.
Because
So
before, like, she said like she's looking for obviously for either Izuku, Froppy, or
Explanation or
yeah,
something.
and then she's like and Uraraka, but she did explain like she likes was Uraraka's cuteness and all that.
Yeah.
yeah, this is what we were talking about last
Yeah,
week, or yeah, last week
yeah,
with the chapter. Like,
yeah,
what would she
mm,
actually ask Uraraka?
yeah,
And she asks her, what would you do to me? Which,
yeah,
out of context, sounds strange,
yeah.
but
Because like
like it's
obviously,
because she likes Uraraka so much.
yeah,
She
like
wants to know if that's reciprocated or not.
exactly.
Yeah.
But like Uraraka clocks on to the point where she's murdered an old lady just to transform, just take her blood, and
Yeah.
just to ask Uraraka that question. It's mad.
Yeah, and
Like,
she completely dismisses Toga
yeah,
after that.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, at that
and
moment,
there's
just using that phrase, was it just that or whatever it was that
yeah,
triggered
you can see
that triggered her?
from that panel, like she
Yeah.
is triggered. Like she feels like
Hmm.
that was an important question to her,
Yeah.
and it's just been dismissed so easily.
But obviously, like from Uraraka's point of view, she doesn't understand what Toga's doing there.
Exactly.
So
Hmm.
she sees a
Yeah, like
villain and she's gonna try to arrest the villain. As simple as that.
yeah,
That's what
you
I was
can't.
saying last week. Is that like
Hmm.
Araka is still a hero, and because of what Toga's done,
Yeah.
and it's the League of Villains, I think she's only ever seen her as a villain. Like it's never been reciprocated how
Yeah.
Toga
I
feels
mean,
about
every
them
time
not.
they've encountered Toga, she's always harmed them. So,
Yeah.
in her own sadistic way.
Yeah, like as bad as some people might feel for Toga,
Mm.
like Uraka's not wrong,
No, she's not. I mean, end of the
from her
day,
perspective at all.
Toga is a murderer. I mean, like, we know her sad past, but what she's become now, it's kind of like what we said like before as well. Like, even like if she were to swap sides or whatever, there's no way the hero society is going to accept her. For
Exactly.
her crimes. As
And
it is.
personally,
Not unless everyone admitted they were wrong in society, which they won't do in that
No,
society.
in this society, she's a murderer in their eyes. End of the day,
Yeah.
it's not as simple as
yeah,
that.
and like in like most series, you would have like the main character who's usually or most shonen, you'll have the main character who's usually a guy, and then the other guy, and then the girl. And now, like, it's setting up for the villains to have Shiggy as the main one,
Mm,
Darby
And
as that
Deku.
that cool
yeah,
friend,
second.
and now Toga as
Yeah.
that heroine of the
Female,
group.
yeah.
So there's a parallel between Deku,
Oh yeah.
Uraraka,
You
and
can see between
Bakugo.
their groups. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I really like. I really like the idea of that. So yeah, I'd be very happy for her to fall deeper into darkness, as bad as that might sound.
You evil,
Uh,
evil person.
Yes.
But the thing is, the thing
Yes.
is, everyone loves. The thing is, everyone loves Toga. Like as a character,
Yeah, everyone
she's
does.
she's a
Like
great
that will never
character.
change.
Like, yeah, it's like you don't want her to just suddenly change like that, do you?
Yeah, like there's a difference between a bad person and a bad character.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
like Toga
Yeah,
is a
definitely.
good character
Yeah,
for
she could be
being
a
the
villain,
bad
but she's a
person that she
great
is.
character. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly that. But yeah, like that was like in terms of the chapter though, that was pretty much it. Like we didn't really.
Yeah, it was a setup chapter,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
From the ending of the last fight between
Yeah.
Deku and Shiggy.
Yeah.
But it's set up what seems to me like is going to be an equally great fight.
It'd be
you
great
know?
to see, like, obviously after all their little training as well from Uraraka, how she fares against her now.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. She's got
I
the
would
wire
still,
stuff.
I would still expect Toga to win.
Yeah, I
Like-
think Toga's still stronger, but I think Uraraka will put a bit more of a fight this time. But then
Yeah.
I'm still expecting, like, I mean, I know, Luke, you said you're predicting Ida to come in. I still think Froppy's going to come in as well. Because obviously
that's
she's
fair.
going to notice that Uraraka's disappeared for a while.
in my head, I can just imagine Ida arriving and saying something like, running to people's
class
aid
rep.
is what I do,
He's gonna give you the hand chop. That's what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
I think I think it'll be interesting to see because that whole interaction. Toga's
I'm
pissed now.
personally backing Uraraka to win the fight.
I would love
that's
Uraraka to win the
counter to
fight, but I
Jutsu.
feel like someone else is gonna come in and help out.
Yeah, definitely to separate it,
Yeah, I don't
to give
think...
Toga the opportunity to flee, I think,
Yeah.
and go back to the villains.
Something's gonna happen, but like, I mean, for Uraraka's sake, I would love to see her actually win the fight. But
Yes, I think I would, but I don't.
I
I
don't
think
know.
from what I've seen from
Yeah.
what Toga's done,
The thing is, this
compared
time
to
it'll
what
be
Uraraka's
different
done.
last time because this time Toga's in more of a messed up state,
yeah,
and
but
like
that could be worse for Uraraka.
that's what I'm saying. And right now, if the thing is, even like from that comment she made, like just that, like that's gonna trigger her
'Cause
even more now.
She
because
said
of-
if she doesn't like the
Yeah.
answer, she'll kill him.
yeah,
And like this is it now. Like
yeah, this
she's
is-
got one-on-one with Uraraka,
yeah.
so
I wonder whose quirk Toga will use in the fight. Like, she has Uraraka's.
She has, yeah. Because the fact
Yeah,
that she can actually use the
Bakugo's.
quirk now as well, that's the mad
Yeah.
thing. So
did she not take Deku's?
yeah,
I don't think you can.
you can't
can
take the quirk, but
She can't use it, but she had his blood, didn't she?
She had his blood,
Yeah.
yeah. She's used his blood before. Because remember, they did it during the overhaul.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
overhaul. Yeah,
But yeah, no, 'cause obviously. But that's the thing with One for All, no one can use it in that sense.
no.
If she uses like Bakugo's or Uraraka's, she's asking for an L because Uraraka knows her quirk better than anyone, and she's fought
She
Bakugo
knows
before.
Deku's.
So
Yeah,
The thing is, though, but I think there are still limitations to Toga's thing, though, because obviously I don't think she
Yeah.
can use it for very long anyway if she starts using the quirks. I don't know whether if it's like she can use one move, but then I don't know how much she can use it.
don't know if it takes a toll on her body as well.
Yeah, because we haven't they haven't really showed enough of it. All we saw was
No.
like her using Uraraka's abilities, so from the Liberation Army fight. But yeah, very, very, very good chapter. I loved the whole build up to it.
it was great. Yeah,
Yeah,
What we giving
Dabby's smile makes it all worth it.
I just love Darby. Like he was like honestly, even before like the whole Shiggy transformation thing, Darby was like my favorite villain. Just for his
man
name.
is
yeah.
evil.
He wasn't my favorite, but I saw
No.
the potential in
Yeah.
him to become
Yeah,
what he is now,
No,
and
I just
he's lived up to that.
I loved
so.
his. The thing is, I loved his blue flames anyway. So it's kind of like he had to be him.
yeah. I feel like, to be fair, I feel like for people who love Dabby, this has been good because you're actually getting to see more of him, his personality.
Exactly.
I feel like before, the main reason why people like Dabby is because he looked amazing.
Yeah.
Now you're actually seeing more character.
Yeah, he's
and
opening
more of his
up
actual
more.
personality.
He was more
Yeah.
conservative at the beginning. He was kind of like,
Yeah,
obviously he still has his own motives, but he is like more aligned to the villain side.
you're
now.
starting to see he is actually nuts. Before he was a lot more quiet. He didn't really have as much
Like,
to say. But since the villain arc, you've seen him open up a lot more.
especially after the fight against Hawks. That's like the
Yeah.
most sadistic you've seen him.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Definitely.
But,
What should we?
Rating.
I'll give it
I
a.
think it was like.
It's a setup.
I think it was
it's a
I think
setup
it was
chapter.
solid. I think it was like an 8 for me.
Yeah, an 8.
Yeah, I think 8.
that's reasonable.
Yeah. Not much action, but the whole build up.
No,
Even
it
though,
wasn't.
the whole spinner, the spinner talking no Jutsu was probably the best bit for me.
Yeah.
I think that was very
And
wholesome.
to finally get hinted at
Yeah.
Best Genius
Best
returning
Genius,
as
yeah.
well. Huge.
I do feel like that conversation, there's still a lot more to
The
be
thing
had
is-
between Toga and
Yeah,
Uraraka. Because
I
I feel like that
definitely
can't be
think
it.
that.
That was so
No.
short
Yeah,
for
I
her to
feel
just
like,
get that.
I mean, it could be the typical thing where they start fighting for a bit and then they may start, or she could actually ask the questions while they're fighting.
Yeah, that's
True.
it then.
It's-
Yeah.
That's sort of like Deku and Bakugo did during their fight.
yeah,
They
Yeah.
would pause and ask questions.
exactly. It's kind of like
Be interesting to see whether this is a parallel to that sort of fight as well.
Could very well be.
it's gonna be a cat fight. So
Mm.
we'll see. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up there. If you guys enjoy
Yeah.
that, comment, rate, subscribe. Check out our social down in the description below, and we'll see you later.
Peace.
Peace.